Hello, my dear snowflakes. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're having a nice day. So, today, as you can see, we are back with some more Final Fantasy. It's been a while, uh, but although I admittedly have been neglecting to read the YouTube comments, I'm sure at least somebody has been yelling at me to do this daily Beast Tribe Society quests. Um, I didn't know those existed, but I am upset that I haven't been doing them now that I do know they exist. Oh, also, as you can see, I've been putting in some time off screen. Not only is this the Dark Knight anima weapon, I also got the Stardust Rod for my Black Mage. So that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks. But let's continue the story of mining nature. Apparently the server's full. So, I'll be honest, I don't remember what we did last time. It's been way too long. But I do know generally how these streams are formatted. I start at my spot in the Adventurers Guild. We do a little bit of main story, a little bit of side guild, and then a little bit of combat guild quest, and then we end the stream back in the Adventurers Guild. That being said, I don't remember where we are in the game. Okay, so business of blacksmithing, deliver bronze patha and spiked bronze labrys to Phasar. Water from stone, deliver bottles of effervescent water to Adalberta. I guess we might as well do those. What do we need for the bronze spatha? Bronze spatha was Ramhorn. Okay. And then the bronze labrys. Bronze labrys. Spiked bronze labrys? Yeah. Okay, wait. So we need more bronze, which we can buy at the guild, but we should probably just mine. And obviously we need goat horns. So first I want to go see if our guy at the I want to go see if our guy at the Hall of the Flames has the quest for us to get the first society quest. Because I do want to starting these streams with society questing. Swift. Okay, no, he just says pup no longer. No, don't want to talk to you. Yeah, I know what a free company is. I want to talk to the personnel officer, see if I can get a promotion. No, I don't have enough seals. Okay. In that case, the first order of business is going to be mining. So we need to go. What was bronze ingot made of again? We need tin. Tin was western and central Thanalan. I know the goats are in eastern Thanalan. So I guess we could stop by western Thanalan first, since we're like right here. Grab the tin, and then we'll take a chocobo over to over eastern. And obviously the bottles of effervescent water are in the shroud, so that's gonna be a airship flight. Okay, where in eastern Thailand was it? Or western Thailand, rather. Hammerley. That was... It's right here, right? Yeah, Hammerley. It's probably actually closer to here, with the obsidian. Okay. Should be almost there. Yeah. Tin is here. That's what I thought. Okay, I've collected everything, so I can just go ahead and get the tin. Okay, I do want to reorganize this hotbar though, because it is a mess. First, let's sneak. Then let's undo all the arbor calls, because we don't need those. And then we don't need triangulate, because that's botanist. Okay. Then I want also to get rid of auto attack, teleport, and then we're gonna move all of our sharp visions to be together. Same with our lay of the lands. Move these back over to the main hotbar so we don't have to spend as much time cycling. What is clear vision? Okay. I think this is good for now. Let me double check that. Increases chance of triggering Gatherer's Boon by 10. Chance of obtaining items by 15. Which is just another version of sharp vision, right? Oh yeah, because it's clear vision. So we're gonna move that over with our sharp visions. Increases number of items obtained by 1. Gatherer's boon. Grants another gathering attempt. Okay, so we're gonna put our buffs together. Like that. And then sneak and prospect can be here. Although I think we already have auto prospect, so we can just remove that. And then when we have auto sneak, yeah, auto prospect was level 2. So we can remove prospect, and then when we get to level 27, uh, we can remove sneak. That way we have more hotbar slots when we unlock more skills. Okay. So what do all these do again? One more gathering attempt. Increases number of items on the next attempt. Increases gatherer's boon. I want to get as much tin as fast as possible. I did the wrong one. Shoot. Should have done down. Luckily, these tin are far enough apart that we should get our 50 back each time. Probably gonna go until we have, like, at least 100. Because that way we don't have to make this trip again anytime soon. What is that red I have in my inventory? It's a level 18 weapon coffer. Already surpassed that. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be running a thing will be. So let's use that orchestrion roll, and then we'll just use the item coffer. Worst case scenario, we sell the weapon. Oh, it's just the Carnage sword again. Okay. But that frees up some more slots in our inventory, so it's fine. Excuse me. Actually, we can probably just get away with doing 50 tin, because we're probably at the end of doing bronze for blacksmith. We don't need a whole lot of bronze. This way we can just move on to the goat horn. So now, we're gonna go back to being a paladin. And we're gonna go over to Eastern Thanalan. Where's the nearest border? Over here. Oh, I gotta reorganize this hotbar. Okay. What's this? Arm's length and Sheltron? Reduces damage taken by 15%. Nullifies most. Okay. So I personally don't like using arm's length. It kinda sucks. And I don't really need my chocobo on my combat hotbar, because I have it on my secondary hotbar. And now I want to move my defensive things together. So I know Rampart is one of them. This is a damage buff. That's done. That's my enmity drawing, which we gotta do that. Reduces damage. Delivers an attack. Ranged attack. Let's provoke. This is my combo, I think. Yeah, and then this is my AoE. So, I gotta move my buffs together. And I'm probably also gonna put Reprisal with those. Nope, not there. Reprisal with the buffs, because it debuffs the enemies, which kind of buffs me. Provoke, I want... kind of want all of my attacking stuff to be on my symbol buttons, so that I can just keep my thumb there. So I'll probably do Provoke on triangle, Spirits Within on circle, Low Blow on square. That's range attack. Do that there. Get rid of return. Probably get rid of sprint as well. Yeah. Because I don't really use Limit Break nor Iron Will very often, so they can just be there for emergencies. I'm so used to being able to fly with my chocobo. Hang on, I'm trying to angle my avatar so that I'm back in my chair. There we go. And then whilst I'm in Gridania doing the effervescent water, I'll probably get my feisty little chocobo so that I can have a healer. Alright, chocobo porter, let's go straight to Ul'dah. And we'll take the Ul'dah porter to Camp Tribone. Wait, it's Camp Tribone, I think. Yeah. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm in the wrong chat. I forgot for Final Fantasy streams, I go into the general voice chat and not the streaming one. My bad. There we go. Do I have any titles I can use? Nah. Didn't think I did. Okay, and something else I want to get into the habit of doing during stream is I want to get into the habit of signing up for duty roulette and doing my daily duty roulettes during stream. Let's go duty finder, leveling. That should queue up pretty fast because of the fact that it's because of the fact that I'm the adventurer in need right now is tank. Go straight to Adventurers Guild. Wait for the porter to spawn in. There. Camp dry bone, please. I'm awake. I don't know why the avatar is sleeping. I'm just looking at chat. I wait until I get far enough into the story uh, for it to be viable for me to just start teleporting all over the place. Because like on my main account, I'm like almost constantly maxed out on money. Just because everything gives out so much money all the time. Like I have my Chocobo saddlebag filled with like every kind of dye at 999 and like most kinds of materia. Just because there is so much money that I have that I am constantly spending. Wait, it's not all the goat horns we needed, was it? What did we need? Ram horns. That's Lenosi. Darn. Well, we might as well make the money we spent worth it. Go all the way. Yeah, the ram horns are Lenosi and Kurthus, not Panoan. Please ignore the door slamming. Let's go back to Steps and Hold. We'll take a airship to the Shroud, where we will where we'll get our Chocobo and then our effervescent water. That's what we needed, right? Yeah, sorry. We'll get the Chocobo and the effervescent water. And then we will go back to Lenosi for the ram horn, and then obviously to craft the things needed for the blacksmithing. Sorry for all the yawning. Jeez. I see a lot of paladins these days, dude. Doesn't help them being left behind by my party. Come on, guys. Tank is supposed to be party leader. I'm just gonna stand here and let them die. Cause like if they're gonna ditch me, then it sucks to be them. After this dungeon, I'm gonna go see what is going on outside, because it sounds like there's an earthquake. Between all the door slamming and the things falling on the floor. Where are you going? There is still a fight going, Comey. Come back here and heal me. There's no point in running ahead of me if you're just gonna stop at the enemies. You're just being a pain. Really? They're just starting the fight without me? I'm just gonna watch. I'm just gonna watch. Whatever. Who starts a boss fight without the tank? Like, that is insane. I wish you could, like, anti-commend somebody. Like, you can hand out player commendations, but I wish I could, like, downvote people, because too many people are assholes during dungeons. Sorry, there's not really much to commentate on other than people being dicks. Typical white mages. Fine, if nobody else is gonna use our limit break, I will. What's Sentinel? Uses damage taken by 30. Okay. We'll do Sentinel swap with Rampart. Reprisal swap with Lola. And before I go to the whatever it's called, the airship place, I need to go to the Chamber of Rule and grab my new Paladin quest. Just make sure I'm wearing the best clothes. Extract materia from that. Extract materia from this. Extract materia from that. And extract materia from this. Okay. And then we will retrieve the materia from that. Because all the materia I have put into everything is affecting whether or not this is the best gear. is there anything else that's better? That isn't in my armor chest. Sorry, I cut myself off. Okay. No. In that case, we'll go. We might as well leave it unenhanced for now, because we need to talk to Genless. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. Combo with total eclipse. Captain Genless has another lesson to teach you. Welcome, Paladin. You should know that word of your deeds has reached me. Few are those who follow the true Paladin path without misstep, but you are one of them. I am proud to call you sister. You have kept the faith, and in return, I must have faith in you. It is time that you knew the truth. Though it is hard to share, for it is a shame I would rather keep hidden from outsiders. Perhaps you remember when I told you of the traitor and the sword Oathkeeper that he stole. His name is Solkzagil, and he was my predecessor as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. Yes, he was the same man whom I had admired as a child, who inspired me to take up the sword and follow the way of the paladin. He was the paragon of paladins, that is, until he changed. Some years ago now, there was a struggle for influence between the Sultanate military and a faction within the syndicate known as the Monetarists. The latter emerged triumphant, and the army's authority was diminished dramatically. Although Solkzagir was still captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite, he knew his position was perilous, so he fled, taking Oathkeeper with him. In doing so, he went against the words that he had spoken on bended knee before his royal liege. Now it falls to me as captain to restore the honor and name of the Sultan Sworn. If that means cutting down my former mentor and master, I would do it gladly, for his misdeed cannot be forgiven. But his death will not lift the stain that mars our name. He must be put on trial in public court so that everyone knows his crimes. Then, and only then, can we begin to earn the people's trust again. He served for over 30 years as captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite, and he is a formidable foe. Few can match his skill with the sword. Even together, you and I will find it difficult to take him out alive without mortal harm to one side or the other. So you must continue to hone your skills and prepare for the day when we will face him. To complete the next stage of your training, you must do this. Go to the Ugram River in eastern Thanalan and find the brazier we have placed there. By lighting it, you will draw the ire of the Lepidotes dwelling within the waters. Face the creatures in battle and master your new skills. The fight will not be easy, but if you take to heart what you have learned and let the crystal be your guide, you will triumph. Okay, so we will go to the Adventurers Guild and take a chocobo to... I think he said Eastern Thanalan? I'll have to check the map. Because if it is Eastern, then it's gonna be Camp Drybone. Yeah, Camp Drybone. Unless there's a high bridge option. Nah, it has to be Camp Drybone. lot of people heading that way. Hello, toxic toads. Long time no see. Atling soldier. Probably have a new hunting log unlocked, don't I? Yeah. Not that I really need it, because I am drastically overleveled. Alright. From here, we'll hop onto our chocobo and take it over to Well Liquid. And then from there over to the Burning Wall. Burning Wall always looks so pretty. I don't know what it is about the chocobo music that makes me yawn, but it just does. Purbles! I might as well get this rail runner while I'm here. Excuse me. That was surprisingly not enough. It's a good thing there's another one. Nice. And there's the brazier. Why does it manage to be into churn? Okay. Oh, there's more. Wow, they just keep coming. Memories of Paladin's past have awoken within you. Cool. I'm glad. Back to the Chamber of Rule. Hang on, I'm gonna do something. Nope, not that. I was gonna go general, sprint, set it to that. Good, you've mastered your new skills and made them your own. But much work remains to be done before you can face the traitor Solkzagzel. We are close to finding him, and our net draws tighter. It grows ever more important that we make ready for the moment when the fish must at last be landed. Souls of Paladins past bequeath their wisdom. Action learned prominence. Okay, so we're gonna do some more editing. We're gonna put... We're gonna put them there. So provoke is now with our attack. No, we should make our ranged attack be with our melee attacks. So now it's this into prominence. Okay. And then the spirits within is just a bonus attack. So, airship landing. We need to go to Gridania. Yes. So yeah, first we're getting our chocobo, and then we're gonna go get our uh, effervescent water. What is Storyteller 2? It doesn't answer my question. What is a sight to behold? I don't know. Oh, right, that unlocks the vistas, or whatever. What's this? How's the death builds? That was a dungeon, I think. Broadening horizons, what's this? Oh. I mean, yeah, that's pretty chill. Mining, is it not? I've been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Ul'dah well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franchimontano, the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for battles to come, and I am sure that news of your deeds will reach me again before long. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer limb from limb. You have the papers. Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safety, Mining. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. And we need tenacity. Oh, there's Storyteller 3. So I guess that worked out. Where's my feisty little chocobo at? South Shroud. I'm gonna go... Actually, we could hit up the silver, or the effervescent water on the way. By the way, we gotta go to Bent Branch. A little trick I've found to make things load in faster. Okay, and then we will hop on our own chocobo to make it the rest of the way. Okay, here we are. Mapping the realm, South Shroud. And it's just a little bit further to the silver and effervescent water. See? I'll get one silver and then I'll get the rest as effervescent. And then if 15 effervescent doesn't get me to the end of a node, I'll just finish that node off with whatchamacallit? Silver. I'll finish the node off with silver. That's a level up. Turn off quick gathering. So this should get me up to 15. Yeah. And then we'll get the last as silver. In hindsight, probably should have gone for the ice shard, but it's fine. Okay, So next, I need to continue south, pick up the porter for Buscaron's druthers, and then get even further south to Camp Tranquil. Should probably also head over to Quarry Mill before I leave the Shroud. What you got for me? Okay, that's my feisty little chocobo. First, I want to get the chocobo keep. Dodgette appears to have caught sense of something. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Ah, I thought so. Now, tell me, is your bird battle trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Luquela over Bent Branch. The Ishgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. Take me back to the druthers. Because I'll take Buscaron's druthers to Quarry Mill. Attune to that, then get its chocobo porter. I'm gonna take that chocobo porter back to Bent Branch, if it lets me. If not, I'll just go to Buscaron's druthers again and ride north to Bent Branch. Might as well stop here and get this. Oh, get some of it. There we go. And we'll get the last one as a nice shirt. Right, can't fly. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Okay. Aetherite. A lot of people in Quarry Mill today. Take me back to none of these. Actually, no, the Druthers isn't far enough to warrant a chocobo ride. My income is not that disposable. I don't know what's going on, but there is a lot of people in South Shroud today. Just all over the place. I've never seen South Shroud so crowded. Greetings, adventurer. Is there something you need? You wish to have your chocobo trained in combat. This is no small request to make. Riding your bird is one thing. Asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your chocobo, but on the promise that you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? Very well. To begin, we will need a bunch of gyashal greens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. Return here when you have it. Have you acquired the greens? Superb. Then we shall get straight to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of gyashal greens. They love the leafy vegetable so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you. And then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. Once you find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands, give your bird an order, and it will act accordingly and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortem family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it is not enough to merely hear about a practice. One must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Gyashul greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The broods that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend that you keep an ample supply of Gyashul greens on your person at all times. A resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. Companions now available. Resident vendor. You? No. So we're gonna set this to hotbar. We might as well set it here for now. Okay. So we have half an hour to get this done, and then we'll have to actually find a Gyashul Greens merchant. I think the closest one would probably be in Gridania. Paladin. So Broods is... Cool. Right, still can't fly. Keep forgetting that. Whoops. So you've successfully negotiated your first few battles with your chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your chocobo can make up for your shortcomings or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you will come to find the approach that serves you best. Ah, before I forget, I have one last parting gift, a saddlebag for your chocobo. Carrying Gyashul greens about can be quite cumbersome after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well on your travels. You can now access your blah 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 blah. So I'm immediately going to dump all of my dyes and materia into the saddlebag. Because that's what I've found is the best use of the saddlebag, just because you don't regularly need to use this. And that immediately frees up a ton of space in your inventory. I also like to keep these faded copies of orchestrion rules in the saddlebag, because they take forever to craft, and until you need them for crafting, there's not really any use for them. Okay. So now I need to figure out where the resident merchant is, or whatever he said. Just over here. Merchant and mender. Purchase items. Yes, cool. Actually, let's just get 99. It'll be worth it. And then we will realize that we don't have Gyasho greens at all. Inventory. Set to hotbar. We'll put it on the signs. There we go. So now, the next thing we need is to go back to the porter and ask them to bring us to Gridania. For 5 gil. Then from Gridania City, we're going to go straight to Limsa to get the ram horns and then hand in the business of blacksmithing. Do we have anything else in our journal that we need done? No. Hey, look, I broke the animation. Deja vu. Wow. Let's go to Limsa. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we'll take the lift to... I want to say Bulwark Hall. I think this is where the sheep are. It's killing me. Yeah. We go through here, the sheep should be like right on the other side of the gate. Yeah. These guys should drop the horns we need. Okay, I got the ram. Did I need more than one? No, I have plenty. Okay. Why does all the music in this game have to be so peaceful? Putting me to sleep? Ugh. Okay, we need Bronze Batha and Spiked Bronze Labrys. And they don't need to be high quality, so we're fine. Let's just do that. Veneration, Veneration, and Synthesis. We need to make two more bronze ingots. Bring me a Bronze Batha and a Spiked Bronze Labrys. Until I have them in my hands, we have nothing more to discuss. Bronze Batha and Spiked Bronze Labrys. These will require closer inspection. Inside, Smith. You made these weapons? I must confess, the quality is quite good. I thought you no more than Brithail's errand girl, but it seems I was wrong. Only a true smith could have made these pieces. As I rather suspect you are aware, a poorly wrought weapon can cost a man his life, be it brittle, prone to blunting, or unevenly weighted. Every flaw will serve to hinder its owner on the battlefield. Not so the Spatha. Well tempered and perfectly balanced, it is a weapon fit for a warrior. Hells, with a blade like this, even I could probably best a beast or two. And this Labrys is a work of art as well. Simple, solid, and more than capable of cleaving a fish back in two. Even a relative newcomer to the guild can produce work of this quality, then my contacts have naught to worry about. These samples should convince them of that. It seems you've saved your mentor's job. You just leave the rest to me, Smith. There's nothing easier than selling an excellent product. Okay, I gotta go up the next quest. By the sweat of your brow. That person's naked. Okay. Forge Master Brithail has important news he would like to share with you. Just the last I was hoping to see. You're a bleeding godsend, you know that? You'll be happy to hear that the tree folk were mighty impressed with them samples you made for that son of a whore. Heh, even the shrew had to admit I've done a good job. But who gives a damn about business, eh? You're here to smith, am I right? So be a good lass and whip us up an iron crossbeam hammer, will ya? Oh, and before you run off, I should probably mention that Smidhamer ain't selling iron at the present. Grand Company contracts take priority, see, and shipwrights need all the stock we can lay our hands on.
So you'll have to get the iron on your own, be it by mining or buying. I'd sooner go to Hawker's Alley myself, but then it ain't my coin. And one more thing, I don't want just any iron crossbeam hammer lass. I want one melded with materia. You know what materia is, don't you? It's like say I've got an apron I've been using for a few years and for years and years, and it got all soaked through with sweat. But instead of just sweat, it'd taken up a bit of me spiritual essence or something. Well, that essence can be pulled out and turned into stuff called materia, which is sort of like which is which is like a sort of crystal that you can attach to gear to make it stronger and so on. Needless to say, I don't know much about how materia works, but there's supposed to be a Gabi who does. Name's Mutamix, if memory serves, and he's got a camp out in Thanalan. Track him down if you need some proper guidance. Iron crossbeam hammer. One undyed cloth, one elm lumber. Okay, so I would have to join the Weavers Guild in Ul'dah, and I had to go back to Ul'dah anyway. I'm just gonna get the last of the aetheryte shards in this town. And then I'm gonna grab the Arcanist's Guild aetheryte shard. That way from now on I can just teleport to and from the airship dock. Man, I don't know what's going on with my brain. Every time I'm streaming, my brain gets like super slow. Actually, I might just go to Gridania and do some MSQ. Leave the questing for next stream.
Come in peace. Commander Vorsail Halo has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Hail, adventurer. I bid you welcome to the Adder's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good evening, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Yida and Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, and your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, the curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceable bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seedseer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The Twin Adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Sylph's relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be even a sliver of a chance that the summoning of the primal might disrupt the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry indeed. Do we strike at Ramu, or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves. They seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That's where you Scions come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. En route to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorn Hut. Our officers stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Sylph's favor. Maybe your expedition will be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorn Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly pavilier indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalima. The ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the east route. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorn Hut without much trouble. I happen to be heading across the lake to Sweet Bloom Pier in the East Shroud. Mapping the realm East Shroud. Okay, and then we will tune to Aetheryte. Indeed, I am Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Sylphs, yes? For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, especially since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any folk. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? Would you know more, you'd do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Sylphs than you'll ever know. Sylphic Studies. Rolf Hawthorne, a patriarch of the beekeeping Hawthorne family, is said to be well versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Sylphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar folk. How peculiar? Peculiar, you ask? Well, just let me tell you. They're, uh, beg pardon, friend. My memory's just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter in my noggin now. Though I've shared my stories with those around this hut before. You might have more luck with them. The Sylphs? Yes, father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Teehee. Not very helpful. The Sylphs. In inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing warble faces on our masks, and the next they're sending our young sentries falling to the bottom of the ravine. Tell them to stop and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. The quickest way to a woman's heart might be through her stomach, but don't even think about trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun, or so Rolf once told me. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people quite together like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It may just help win the favor of our forest friends. I gotta talk to him again. Rolf Hawthorne would share further knowledge to assist you in befriending the Sylphs. Oh, still here, eh? Great. There's one more thing you should know about the Sylphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. To earn their trust, you do well to bring along, Drat. What was it again? My wife Rosa and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Than mine own. Peace offering for the sylphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their doorstep, dear. No, their taste runs more to the unusual. Are you perchance familiar with milk root? That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You'd not catch me dead trying this stuff, but the sylphs seem to enjoy it to no end. I've seen an Ochu around the comb in. I've not seen an Ochu around in the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious lump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup, for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. Curious tussock. A nutrient-rich alchemic compound used to quicken seedkin growth. Oh, hello, Ochu. Ochu! Get it? Because I'm fighting an Ochu. It sounds like I'm sneezing. I thought it was funny. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? The thick white sap extracted from this Ochi root has the power to grant its user wondrously terrible visions. Milk root, but of course, those sylphs quaff at the cloudy stuff as quickly as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of milk root will have the sylphs calling you friend and sister the moment they lay eyes on it. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. First contact. Rolf Hawthorne is a gift wrapped in your offerings and has gift wrapped your offering in preparation for your journey into the Sylph's demesne. I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god's awful stench. The sylphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather bury my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morval that put an end to my adventuring days. But I can tell you that story another time. You've more important matters to attend to today, yes? The sylphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company enough to know that they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon full of full flower mead with your name on it if you'd regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solace, seek out a young sylph by the name of Camuscio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on an occasion, and has the closest ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of that melodious root the sylphs so adore. I have something of far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder seed seer herself. To summarize the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends of the forest. The war with the Ixal has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange walking ones. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is a busy one, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. The thick white sap extracted from this Ochi root has the power to grant its user wondrously terrible visions. An important missive penned by Seedseer Kane Sena and addressed to a Sylph elder. Walking One brings Milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. This one gives thanks, gives many, many thanks. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Aye, we come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania. Walking One became a dancing one and brought Milkroot, but Walking One tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder One is busy. Walking One should go home. Go home, you say? But the Sylphs of Little Solace have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. The letter carried by Mining here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seedseer herself. Still you would refuse us? This one's reasons are no business of Walking One's. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One's waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was mining's jig insufficiently jiggy? I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. Uh, Sleeping. No. Paralyzing. Dance diplomacy. Yuta has a notion of how one might earn the sylph's trust. Say, Mining, are you in the mood for dancing? That's right, dancing. You went through all that trouble to learn the sylph's traditional greeting, but you've hardly greeted any of them. Why, if I were a sylph, I'd be beside myself with delight to see an adventurer expressing an interest in my culture. Me? Of course I'd be happy to join. Ow! Ow! There goes those bloody leg cramps of mine acting up again. Ooh, Walking One knows Jolly Dance. Jolly Dance fills this one with good cheer. Let these two be friends. Walking One would be a friend to these ones. This one is overjoyed, but this one keeps ways of weaving a secret. Even if Walking One learned the secret, Walking One could never weave in the same way. Ah, Walking One is a friend to these ones, friendly like gracious elder one of Forest City, knows how to dance into these ones' hearts. Mining, would you like to hear the good news or the better news? Good news is that your lovely dancing has brought smiles and high spirits to all of Little Solace. The better news? Why, I've thoroughly recovered from those accursed leg cramps. Onward to our next adventure. Forest friend, Pepalimo has a notion of how you might endear yourselves to the sylphs of Little Solace. Mining, as an adventurer, you're no stranger to helping distressed folk, I'd wager. Tales of good deeds are quick to spread. The adventurer who comes to the aid of the local populace can go from stranger to hero or knight. No doubt you see what I'm getting at. The sylphs who make their home in Little Solace do so having been driven from their woodland home. Surely they have their fair share of troubles. Seek out troubled sylphs and see what might be done to ease their worries. A sound plan, would you not say? That said, the sylphs are not known to share their worries with outsiders. You would be better off inquiring with Hearer Imadia of the Gridanians who reside here. She is most like to be privy to the sylphs' troubles. Praise be to the elementals. I cannot express how happy I am to see an adventurer with a truly gentle heart. The sylphs of Little Solace are sorely in need of aid. Pray hear me out. Being a temporary settlement, Little Solace wants for amenities, not least a stout set of defenses. Consequently, beasts from realms around are free to wander in and terrorize the hapless residents. The Ziz, Gorlins, and Gall gnats that roam these parts are especially troublesome, but slaying one of each should serve as a warning to the rest. Furthermore, perhaps you should gather 3 brownie bushes as well. They can play an important role. They play an important role in sylphic culture. I do not claim to know the details, and what with such feral beasts prowling the forest, they are not easy to come by. When you are done with the deeds, seek out Kamushio. He is slow to warm to outsiders, but your good intentions will not be lost on him. Mine own experience speaks to this. Dancing One is still here. Dancing One can dance all day. This one's trust is not so easily earned. Legend says that Eorzea was once inhabited by a race of tiny creatures called brownies, and they would use the spores of this particular mushroom to paint their faces for battle. Dancing One brings brownie bushes for this one. This one can dye thread once more. This one is pleased. Dancing One kills Bitey Buzzy One. This one hates Bitey Buzzy Ones. Dancing One's kind. Too kind. Many walking ones come to this one's abode, but few are friendly like Dancing One. Perhaps this one was wrong not to trust Dancing One after all. Kamushio of Little Solace would entrust you with a task. This one asks Dancing One for forgiveness. These ones have many troubles since walking ones last came to our abode. This one must always be careful, always careful. But Dancing One is not like other ones. This one can trust Dancing One. This one would ask Dancing One for help. Strange walking ones with bodies of steel come to the home of these ones. This one thinks steel ones come from Empire. Where Empire goes, many living ones become dead ones. Trees fall and bushes burn. These ones' home is in danger. Danger. This one begs of Dancing One to help this one know more. Dancing One is friends with these ones and Walking Ones. Yes, Dancing Ones must speak to these ones here and Walking Ones in Hut House to find out more. This one has bad feeling. This one fears Steel Ones are after something, but this one should speak no more. Go, Dancing One. This one depends on kindness of Dancing One. Oh man. Strange steel walking ones. Yes, this one has seen. Steel walking ones carry big boxes. Maybe walking ones hunt for shiny treasure. This one likes treasure. Cool. Shush, shush, this one says. Something. Steel walking ones are scary like touched ones. This one hates scary, and scary ones have scary friends. Cool. I'm sorry, I do not care about the sylphs at all. Like, they're cute, but they are so exhausting to read. Men clad in strange armor. Now that you mention it, I did see some suspicious types of late. They were gathering deep in the forest. I simply assumed they were adventurers. Fearsome types clad head to toe in steel, you say? Imperial soldiers, no doubt. I couldn't tell you what they were plotting, but I'm sure it's nothing good. Having this exactly one return. What did dancing one learn? This one sees. Steel walking ones come from Empire. Carry boxes and go walking deep, deep through trees. As this one thought, steel walking ones are up to nasty, no good things. This one knows the forest well. Steel walking ones try to hide, but this one will find them. This one would borrow dancing one's map. This one makes a mark right here. This is where steel ones hide. This one knows. Dancing one will go looking for the steel ones, yes? Sure. As soon as it has me go back to Ul'dah, I am logging off for the night. Because the sylphs are rapidly exhausting me. Dancing one is back. This one breathes sigh of relief. This one was worried. Dancing one found something? A list of supplies and material to be delivered to a certain imperial stronghold. Dancing one found paper inside a box. This is a message from Empire. This one can read Walking One's symbols. Message paper has names of food and rocks. Food and rocks were inside boxes, this one knows. But this one does not understand. Food and rocks mentioned all come from home of these ones. How do steel ones know how to find them? Is there sneaky one hiding behind this one's wings? Is snooping one selling secrets to steal walking ones? This one fears for this one's home, but Dancing One has helped this one much today. Dancing One must promise to always be friend to these ones. Kamushio is pining for a wayward friend. Helpful one arrives at good time. This one needs helpful one's help. One of these ones, named Clashio, ventured outside Little Solace alone. Alone is unsafe. Helpful one must find Clashio. Clashio struck west after leaving the settlement. Hurry before Clashio ends up in the belly of Beastly One. What? Walking One wants this one to return to Little Solace. Don't make this one laugh. This one is weary of living with those who are not these ones. This one wants to be alone. These ones rely on Walking Ones for everything, no better than those that summoned a primal one. Small wonder this one chose to leave. This one thought this is a likely place to build a home. But then Meddling One arrives, forces this one to go deeper in the forest. Meddling One is forbidden from following this one. Away with Meddling One. What? Claudio refused to return to these ones and went deeper into the forest. But this one saw touched ones lurking in the forest. Helpful one must hurry. Hurry and find Claudio. Helpful one should search for spools of thread on a forest floor. Those things will lead helpful one to Claudio. But hurry. Hurry before touched ones take Claudio away. Forgot how extremely back and forth this quest is. Well, this whole mini arc. Ugh. Meddling One is back. This one told Meddling One to be gone. Tell Kamushio that this one will never go back. Never. To touched ones. Touched ones should go away too. This one is good one. Everyone should just leave this one alone. Beyond guard mining. These selves have been tempered, brought under the thrall of the primal Ramu. akin to the Amal-Jah tempered by Ifrit. These sylphs exist only to serve their deity. They'll not answer to words, only steal. I take no pleasure in this, but it must be done. Flashio, these ones are your friends. Come with these ones. Serve Primal together. No, this one is good one. We'll never go with bad ones. Meddling one not smart to anger this one. This one has many friends in the forest. A Morble, and things were going so well. There's something not right about this Morble. Ignore it and focus your attacks on the sylphs. Hurry up, Papalymo. I can't bear this stench much longer. I'm doing the best I can. If we dispatch the sylphs, surely. No, not Stinky One. Stinky One is scary. Stinky One stink make this one head go spinning. Ick, mining. Papalymo and I can handle this beast. You take care of the sylphs. This one is safe. This one was so scared. Glashio, this one has been worried. So very worried. Is Glashio unharmed? Is still in possession of wits? Kamushio, and meddling one as well. Why are these two here? These two came to rescue Glashio. That Glashio is safe fills this one with joy. Kamushio, forgive this one. This one did not mean to run away from Little Solace. This one was just afraid. These ones who live at Little Solace were changing, becoming friendly with other ones. This one feared that these ones were forgetting who these ones are, like Touched Ones did. But this one was wrong. This one can see that now. Meddling, or helpful one. This one is grateful. This one will return to Little Solace to be with Kamushio and friendly ones. Well, that should see to that. What say we return to Little Solace as well? I, for one, could do with a nice hot bath. The swan thought Claudio was lost forever. Helpful ones saved Claudio. Now these ones can be family again. This one has known many walking ones, even many kind walking ones, but Helpful One is kindest and strongest of all. Helpful One is a hero to these ones. Helpful One will bring these ones and walking ones closer together. This one knows. This one would take Helpful One to see Leader One. But Elder One is... Hooray, I'm marginally faster. Spirited away. Kamushio would make a confession to you. This one must ask Kind One's forgiveness. This one made promise to take Kind One to see Elder One, yes, but this one cannot. This one cannot because Elder One is not here. Elder One is not anywhere. Elder One Went into forest yesterday, but has not come back. This one is worried. Elder One often goes into forest, but never for this long. Kind One will help it find Elder One, yes? Near where Elder One disappeared is the home of a walking one named Buscaron. Buscaron may know what happened to Elder One. This one would talk to Buscaron, but walking ones do not always trust these ones. Would Kind One talk to Buscaron for this one? And Kind One comes from Gridania, yes? In Gridania live many Kind Ones, yes? This one begs of Kind One. Please go to Gridania and ask fellow Kind Ones for help, and please hurry. These ones are not safe until Elder One returns. I didn't attune to the Aetheryte Crystal in Camp Tranquil? Why? I guess I'll go do that. Oh wait, I have to speak with the person at the Adder's Nest, not Buscaron.
I don't know, guys. I might not even last until the end of mini Sylph arc thing. Well, visited our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylphic tribes? Their elder has gone missing, you say. Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs my side serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone will be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Gaia Molko at Bent Branch Meadows to deliver a message that the Woodwellers are needed in the search effort. I'm just gonna be teleporting all over the place because I do not have the energy for another Chocobo Porter.
Message from Commander Helu, you say. The Sylph Elder has vanished. Worry not, friend. The Woodwellers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Now I have to go to Buscaron's Druthers. But first to Camp Tranquil, because after I handed in Buscaron's Druthers, I'm logging off. Technically, it's not the Adventurers Guild, but it's close enough because it's a bar. Okay. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub this side of... Nah? Not here to fill your belly, then. Ah, a hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike, sort of painting one red and, short of painting one red and one blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. But if you the time, mayhap you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, you might even stumble across this sylph elder yourself. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say. But, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna see who's streaming right now, so I know who to raid. Give me a second. It's being slow.
Yeah, it looks like Takeda's playing GTA 5. We'll read Takeda. Goes ahead of them. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I forgot my outro. Stay minty. Bye bye. Peace out.